when we last left off, you guys were doing some shady deeds for a fellow as his grape bearers in eminence, which is a hollow title that essentially means that you guys do off the books jobs for him, and he pays you back in favors as a benefactor and friend. So there are certain safety measures that are put into the contract that he could take to court and vice versa. And of course, it's a blood contract as well. So there is a binding quality to it where if you act in direct defiance, you will be smitten with a blood curse. So, all of this said, you guys were quite satisfied with the monetary gains from your little work. Actually, since you've got black market money coming your way, and you've already wasted a few of the city guard, there is the ever-present question with your influx of gold is, are you going to pay taxes?
Oh boy. Oh, they would keep record of that, wouldn't
Tax
they?
evasion, yeah! Woo!
Yeah, actually, cities are kind of 50-50 on that in general, but the city that has that down, like, good is in fact I'm blanking on the city name, Carador. As this tax that I'm calling it is technically tribute to Mazadon. So he actually keeps the entire city as a horde. So this is his lesser portion of the horde. But he also sleeps on a pile of gold that he always wants added to. So, well, he technically claims you guys as citizens as part of his horde. He also has his personal treasury that he actually sifts through. And that is what your tribute goes to for a dragon to bathe in money, like Scrooge McDuck. So,
DuckTales.
Nothing but the finest for your taxes.
Well, what percentage are we talking here? I'd imagine it's not small.
I'd imagine it's hefty, like 40% tax. I don't know.
Holy crap.
That's a great question. I actually don't remember what I said last time. If I check my notes, I know I have it written.
I think it was 0.0001%, if I recall.
Yeah,
I don't want to say
so
low.
too. You know what? My memory is really coming
We'll
back.
say 10 right now, but I'm pretty sure he's asking for 20. But like I said, I will say 10 for now.
Also, what was the goal? Because I don't think I added mine yet.
Okay.
Did you guys have it added?
That is a great question. I was running late today, so I didn't have time to check over my notes beforehand, which I usually try to do so that I can cite these things off the top of my head. I know it was more than 20,000 though.
Okay. Paul, at least, did you guys put any money in?
We did, yeah. So I'm sitting at currently 11,000. But that's just because Ophelia gave me her pay, like her bonus, her additional bonus.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure it was 5,000 apiece, and then Yeah, and then there was a 20,000 bonus that was granted.
Oh, that's what it was. So
we're paying 10% of that, huh?
it's a big ask. Let's see.
I feel like evading tax, but with my luck, I don't know if I can evade tax.
Well, the thing is, like, because he's paying us under the table, though, technically, right?
that is what I was wondering.
So
Also.
yeah, a lot of it is gifts and donations, and definitely more covert.
Yeah, so it's not like.
Hopefully.
So I'm assuming it's not tracked and documented the same as an actual job.
Money?
This is definitely dirty money. So, but
has it been? Is it money laundered yet? Like, is this like coming from a source where we could claim it technically, or like is this like?
Oh
yeah. So the mint is not so advanced that it has tracking measures. It is simply whether or not, like, the main thing the mint does is certify the purity of the gold coin. And coins from a different city would have a different mint and therefore a different standard. So but it's not so advanced that they have any money tracking. So they do keep good records, but yeah, it's not like there's watermarks or anything on your coins.
Okay, so they definitely, at least to answer our question, this is tracked. Like, the city knows that we've got this massive
that's kind of
influx
what
of
I
money.
meant. Like, is it kind of like, oh, where did you guys get all this money, or do they just not care?
So here's a question. Could we have requested that, like, we got the amount of money in terms of like the money's worth in like an item or like in stuff we could like sell to get that amount of money? So that way it's not like direct deposit. It's like, yes, I gifted you these items, and then we sell them, and those can't be taxed.
I think it'd still be taxed no matter what.
All I'm
Macedon
thinking
really
right
is
now
like
is
that.
just like Breaking Bad, and like how they had to buy like a car wash to hide the money they get from the drug business. Except instead of drug business, we're just being paid to kill guards. And that's just what I'm wondering. I'm thinking too much into it, I think. So at this point,
so yeah, basically they're not going to know offhandedly. It's basically just if you get audited. So as long as you avoid any legal entanglements, you're not likely to be caught evading taxes. But just know that tax evasion, like, you can kill people in the city and you might get like in trouble for it.
But tax evasion.
But stealing from Macedon is like, yeah, we're talking torture, death penalty, like the highest.
Man's definitely got his priorities.
Yeah, Macedon's like, you guys kill each other, that's fine, I'll police that, whatever. But you try to steal from me, then you've got a problem. So.
Okay. Let's see.
So basically, if we don't get caught, if we don't bring attention to ourselves, we'll be fine.
Yeah, if you don't bring attention to yourselves, you guys will get away with it.
Okay.
I'm looking at you, Fane.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
Yeah, as far as your employer though, his books are clean. Like, if he were audited, they would have a rough time finding anything on him.
So basically, we wouldn't be found out through him. It would be by our own.
Correct. And
our own
one of those safety nets is actually that if you guys do get caught evading taxes, you're contractually obligated to take full blame for it. Like, when it comes to legal entanglements, he is not taking the blame for it. So if you guys do this, you can't really make him a fall guy, since your contract kind of accounts for that.
Could we
It's tempting to be a good
Alright.
citizen, you know.
I was gonna
Tempting.
say this is just very theoretical. Okay, I guess this is more a question about the contract itself. If we had came up with very clear evidence that he was the one paying us to do these things somehow, would we be able to just blackmail him into that, even though there's the contract, or does it not really work?
Not
that's
without
just a blood
contracting
contract?
a blood curse.
Oh, okay. So the
Because
blood curse
that's
makes
basically-
he
it.
made sure that in his writing that he wouldn't be caught. That's how.
Okay.
That's the
So
kind
we-
of guy that we're dealing with.
So we literally could not.
Yeah, we're
Right.
screwed.
Oh, okay.
We are
It would be all our.
we
Yeah,
are
don't-
screwed if we get caught.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
don't misunderstand. The contract also protects you as well. So
Okay.
if he comes into legal trouble, he can't cast it onto you without, again, contracting a blood curse.
To be honest, we're more likely to get into trouble than he is. So
He's putting ourselves in situations in which it would be that way. So,
yeah, he's been at this for a while.
He knows what he's
he
doing.
knows.
Okay, guys, I'm thinking
Yeah.
we should pay up. I'm thinking we should
I
pay up.
don't want to.
I really don't. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Tax evasion sounds great right now.
Because the thing is that only when we're in the city do we have to pay taxes. You know,
Fane is just I got a contract to pay. I need to get this.
I have debts
I
to
need-
pay, and I can't afford to get into any more trouble.
If you do get in trouble in this city, the city states aren't there's no coalition between the city states.
So we can
Some of
escape
them
the
have
city.
good relations, but if you get into trouble in the city, you guys can straight up bail and find somewhere else to adventure.
I'm just saying that we only have to do 3 of these jobs. Remember?
3
Yeah.
of these jobs
Yeah,
without.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So, from what I remember, we only have 3 jobs that we're contractually obligated to complete with
Correct.
this guy, with our current employer. So, we've already done 1. If we do 2 more, then we can make money outside of the city. We can go on adventures and make money that way. And then I think technically we don't have to really, worry too much because we're not in the city. We're not there to really bring attention to ourselves.
Yeah, it's just information's here, and I'd rather not be in trouble while I'm doing it. But I get where you guys are coming from. We can tax evade. I'm just saying we know the risks. So, and
Well, I'll be honest. Ophelia doesn't want to stay here forever. She doesn't like the idea of having to pay taxes to dragons who are just gonna sleep on it.
that's respectful.
Literally.
Yeah, she doesn't want to pay gold to a dragon that's just gonna fart on it, when they sleep at night.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fair. And if you want to, okay, we can tax evade.
Yeah,
Well,
here's the
you can still pay your taxes, Paul. I'm just not going to.
Well, we all get audited, and so
Hey, but no, you won't be in trouble. It'd be my fault because I'm not paying my taxes. If you're paying your taxes, you're blameless.
oh, fair enough.
I'll just fly
that's true.
away.
That's fair. Fair.
I really. How long have we had a conversation about whether we evade taxes in D&D or not?
Never,
I know.
You gotta ask yourself the real questions.
never have we
Yeah.
thought that we would be evading tax in D&D.
We came to a D&D to escape tax evasion.
20,
Just
a very,
escape real
a very
life, and now we have to deal with tax evasion in D&D. And tax is real life problems.
Just so
I know,
Uh,
you hear that
think
YouTube
about
algorithm
worth it.
in D&D, alright?
In D&D. Exactly.
You came to escape, you losers. There's taxes here too.
Yeah. This is a very clear lesson of reality. You can't evade it. Not
Yeah,
even in
dragon's greed is pervasive.
Okay. I mean, okay. If
Okay.
I'm getting dealt, or I'd have to pay about. Shoot.
So, is there any way that the golden dragon at the front gate would ever know that we're not paying taxes, or is that not his thing? He's just
Oh yeah, that's not his thing. In
That's
fact,
just.
when you pay him at the gate, it is straight up a bribe.
to what?
It's-
Just to let us in, or what?
Yeah.
He's just loan sharking is really what he's doing.
Right.
But
Yeah, like what he's doing is not like sanctioned under city law or anything.
So basically, he just needs to know how much money we have, so he knows that he can take it from us if we're weak enough. If we're not a threat.
Correct. Yeah, he's straight up gangster.
So we had so really quick, I'm just doing some quick maths here. So we had a 5,000 like initial payment, but we got a 20,000 bonus.
And that was 5,000 each. And then the 20,000 bonus is 10,000 that was technically paid out to
Gillian and Ophelia.
Yeah, Gillian and Ophelia.
Okay.
So
The 20,000.
potentially.
Wait.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Sam. I'll ask my question after.
Okay. So how much gold do I add then? What was it exactly that me and Ophelia get?
You can add 1,500 gold to your inventory.
1,500.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So my question is, hypothetically, if when we get, when we level up and we get really powerful, if we came back to kill the gold dragon that's a dick, would we get in trouble with the city? Technically, he's not even supposed to be there, but yet he's there. So it's like,
what do you get?
Dragon,
well, the thing is, what are you gonna do
you.
about a dragon now?
Well, what I'm saying is like, if I'm like, hey, you're a dick, fight me, and I kill him, will I get in trouble if he accepts the challenge and I kill him?
Not necessarily.
We could just we could just start making him pay us. We'll just bully him into it. That's what I would do.
If you're brave enough, you theoretically could, right?
When I'm a god, I will intentionally, and I will not forget, I will come back and I will kill this dragon, and I will steal all of his money, and I will sit on top of the gates.
That's the true ending of this campaign.
Live long enough
Just
to see yourself become a
any
villain.
revenge on this.
Hey, Brendan, are you gonna have us do a check if we tax evade here real quick?
No.
Okay, cool. We're tax evading.
No. Whether or not you get audited will depend on your other legal entanglements.
Yeah,
Basically,
so
I've got a background heat mechanic going where anytime you guys are like spotted, like, stuff like that. So this really comes down more to stealth later. It's just how much this ups the ante, because straight up, killing members of the City Watch is a minor offense compared to tax evasion in this city. Again, just reiterating, because dragon greed. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, we just need to have a really good disguise and not get caught.
Exactly, and then you'll never have to worry about your tax evasion.
Yeah, so we only have to do this 2 more times, guys, and then we're good.
This sounds like an addiction phrase here. Just 2 more times.
Just one more heist.
Just 2 more jobs, and we're never doing it again.
Yeah, we'll retire.
I'll tax evade this one time, and then I'll not tax evade afterwards. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I need money right now, guys. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
I think we're all tax evading together, so let's do it.
Tax
Woo!
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby, yeah!
All right. What is the corridor equivalent of the IRS?
That's a good question for the DM.
MTH, Mazadon's Treasure Hunters.
BMTH.
You stole my treasure!
Okay. Cool. Then I'm glad we worked that out. It was a very important question.
It was, and the amount of time that we spent on it was worth it.
For sure.
Sorry, audience. We love you, but money is important too.
Hugs and kisses.
I
Feel free to time skip. So
I want to keep my money.
The question is, what do you want to do? Because you'll have some time while you're waiting for the next job from Ecker.
Yeah.
Did we want to talk to him about that, or did we just kind of accept? Oh, that's the type of work we're doing. Fine.
No, we're
in too deep now.
We're in too deep. There's no reason.
I'd say let's prepare our disguises for the next job.
Actually, yeah. In like, if it's okay, I'll set the scene really quick. I'll set the scene really quick.
Do.
We make it back to our bastion, and I'm guessing this is like in the morning or something, or like in the middle of the night. And I say, we almost got caught.
Yep.
I suggest that we and I look over to Gillian and I say, I suggest we go to, or we follow Gillian's example and get ourselves a disguise. I, for one, will be well, I'm very noticeable as is.
You can say that again.
So
yeah, how do you plan on disguising yourself, Fane? You're quite.
Very good question.
No.
We can take on vigilante personas. I don't know why I'm British. Ophelia's not British. Reverse. I'm
okay,
going,
actually,
I'm going to become the Amazing Spider-Man.
if you need resources, you could always contact what's her name? You could always contact Vita, who is Ecker's Sasti assistant, who said if you needed anything for your work, that you could ask her, and anything that she can't do, she can pass up to Ecker.
Okay.
Well, perhaps she has some helpful magic items, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are other ways to disguise yourself, but trust me, doing makeup and finding a whole outfit that'll cover all of this, and she kind of gestures to the whole of Fane, and all of this, and she gestures to her wings, is going to be a task. So.
Well,
Indeed.
Thankfully for me, I already got the disguise kit ready. I was planning on using it for, well, other things, but this is better than nothing.
True. We're gonna have to find you a new helmet, Fane, because I know you're not taking that one off. Well, you will, but it needs to have something else, and we're not just gonna put a top hat on you or something.
It's my. I just got this new dread helmet, and now I have to take it off.
Actually, you probably could just put a top hat over it. There is such thing as a hat of disguise.
Oh.
Usually you'd have to go to a special vendor for magic items, but Ecker does a lot of dealings, so that is something that you could probably reach out to him for.
So Fane just has like
because
top hat on top.
Yeah, particularly disguised magic items are something that usually only criminals need. So it is absolutely the kind of thing you would find on the black market. In the same way that, like, when you picked up your costume, Gillian, you went to a less reputable part of town, and she was concerned what you wanted to do with the costumes.
Right.
Yeah. So the idea is certainly that when it comes to poisons and disguises and
things of the like,
falsified documents, those are all things that are going to be black market stuff.
Okay, perfect.
There is no demonic black market here. There is back in your home city, Fane. Those only exist in the godly cities.
Oh, black markets?
Demonic black markets.
Oh, okay.
So there is certainly a black market in every city, but here you won't be able to find demons so easily, which is why
Okay.
you had to arrange for one to actually meet you here, which will happen in about 2 months.
Perfect. Yeah. Then I will. I think. Well, you can ask Vita to help us get some disguise hats or
items.
disguise items, because that would be appreciated. DM, do you know if we need to pay anything up front for this, or is she going to procure it?
I'd imagine we wouldn't.
You'll have to meet with her to find out. In fact, I will save you the trouble, and assuming you reach out to her, she actually reaches out to Ecker, and he requests a meeting.
Okay.
He again arranges for you to actually meet him in the next district up. So you get guest passes to the 4th district.
Oh yeah.
As Ophelia, as she's reading, is the lady telling her that he's requested our presence to talk about this?
Oh, okay. Is Vita telling this herself, or
Did we get like a letter?
Or did we get a letter?
Initially, when you reach out to her, it's by letter, and she responds by letter, and she comes down personally on the day of to escort you up to the 4th district.
Oh, as Ophelia hears that he wants to talk to us personally, she kind of just rolls her eyes and says, "Ugh, I thought we were done talking to him. I thought he could just write us another fancy. Oh, why am I going British? I thought he would just write us another
Ophelia's
fancy
newborn.
letter, and just hand us whatever we needed. But
Too much time away from the
You
character.
could be British. You
during
could be,
the
you could be
holidays.
British
Seriously,
or
I
It
have
really
to-
be like that.
yeah, I gotta get back in the swing of it.
All right. You make your way up to the 4th district, and the higher up you go, the more ornate things are in the city. Here, it's not uncommon to see not only gold up down the sides of the buildings, the rooftops are all gold. That's mandatory everywhere in the city. But you'll also see things like finer materials used on things like door handles and doorknobs and window framing. In addition to gilt, there is many precious stones studding much of the decoration or the architecture, rather, of the buildings in this region. And this is still 2 tiers below the upper echelons. So we're still climbing in this district, but as you make your way up, you reach this mansion, and Ecker comes out to the gate to meet you personally and says, come in. I am so glad that you guys suggested a meeting. Shall we talk?
I look to Ophelia, probably because she's the one who procured the letter, and I say, "Did you request a meeting?"
No. And then she says this in hushed tones to Fane, and she says, let's never mind, let's just go.
And we walk forward.
As you make your way up into his home, he takes you into the parlor where he serves up drinks, and he says, tea, brandy, something else?
I'll take tea.
Brandy sounds nice. Gillian?
I'll have some tea too.
Excellent. And he waves up a servant who starts working. His servant is a gnomish man who is rather stately with a nice pointed beard. And he reaches up to slide it onto the table that you're sitting at. And he gives you all a bow and backs up. And there are maids about cleaning various parts of it, the manor. And he has you sit down. And he says, yes, you did fine work. Better than expected.
Thank you.
Glad to hear our work was satisfactory.
Indeed. I don't usually expect grape bearers to last long in this profession. But you did extraordinary, and I am happy to say that I will not be turning your estates into another business opportunity as I have had to do in the past.
Well, I'm relieved to hear that as well.
I had a feeling, well, I am certainly surprised at your fine work. I did in fact have a feeling that you were the ones for the job. And
Also,
well, your skill was certainly a factor. Your drive in how you handled things in the lower city, your initiative that you take, and the fact that you found your way to the second ring of the city almost immediately, when I happen to know that you had almost nothing to your names before arriving. That is quite the track record. So I must say, well, I'm surprised. I'm not in awe of your achievements. It is at least somewhat expected that you would go far, especially being who you are.
At any rate, we have requested a meeting with you for a couple of things for the future jobs.
I would be happy to supply equipment. In fact, I was hoping that perhaps you would consider, and he snaps his fingers to a servant who brings up some more papers. And he says, I was hoping that perhaps with your exquisite performance that you might consider taking on more responsibility. You have proven yourself quite trustworthy. I trust that our contract holds and that you have not tried to wriggle out of your binding. And yes, I'm so impressed with how little the contract chafes for you that I think that I might offer you a spot in my inner circle.
Inner circle?
Yes, yes. Currently you are my employees. But in essence, I am offering you, shall we say, shares in the business.
And other than shares, what exactly does being a part of the inner circle entail?
Well, it also ensures a seat in the board of directors. which, well, unfortunately, due to the line of work, which I know you are now familiar, there is a certain amount of discretion that is required. I'm afraid I cannot share that much more without your compliance in joining.
Well, I'm surprised that you would offer us this kind of an offer, considering we've only done one job for you, as impressed as you seem to be, which we're flattered. But why offer us a seat at the table of this business of yours, purely based off of our ability to handle ourselves in a fight?
No. I am impressed with your work, certainly. That is why you got the bonus. I am offering you a seat because of your discretion, because of your willingness. I must say, I'm quite surprised. See, I confess, I knew who you were, Ophelia. In fact, I know your mother, and that's why you, most of all, surprised me. I am also surprised by you, and he nods his head to Gillian. A lordling as yourself. Well, I guess you are a runaway, so that checks out too. I have no clue who you are, he says, looking at Fane.
And she says,
Good.
She says, yeah, I'd be surprised if you did.
Yes, I'm afraid your mother would be quite disappointed in you, Ophelia, but, well, then again, maybe not. We know she loves gods, but dragons? I don't know about that. Maybe she would approve after all. Perhaps I have misread Selena altogether.
Well, trust me, this has nothing to do with my mother. However, I will not speak on behalf of my fellow party members, but I have my time here in the city is there's purpose for me being here, but it's not to settle down and play a part in a big business. I have other things that I want to do, and this is simply a means to an end.
Yes. Well, I would very much like to know what your business is in the city. Most who come to Corridor come seeking fortune.
Well,
That's part of it.
yeah, but I'll be frank, it's really none of your business. As generous as you've been with us, I don't believe that's part of our
Of course not, but I'd like to make it my business. We could be in this together. I share my secrets, you share yours. It would be a grand partnership.
Well, what kind of secrets are you offering?
Well, if I shared, then that would defeat the purpose, but...
Well, I'm talking topics.
What could you offer? You're right, we are looking for something. Or we are trying.
Information would be nice. We're not, at least, and again, you guys can make your own decision, but I'm not really looking to get involved further in businesses. I'm here and then I have things I need to do. But information, I will take. And you seem to be in the know about a lot of things.
Indeed. Then let me be frank. Now, I know you are already somewhat culpable, considering the contract you have already signed. So, I will share, in spite of my better judgment, before you accept the offer, disclosing some of my secrets at your request, without the usual restriction of joining. But I will warn you, because you have not quite accepted that stipulation, there is a certain risk in secrets. I am quite invested in keeping them, well, hidden.
Understandably.
So, I will offer up my secrets, some of them, but in essence, your lives would be collateral. Now, I will not be doing anything to harm you. Just know that if the secret leaks, that you will be those who are potential culprits for that leak. And also, if you are the leak, that you will indeed pay with your lives. Hence why I say collateral.
So again, what kind of secrets are we talking about? Because if they're your own personal, deep, dark secrets, I may not be as interested in those. Or the ins and outs of your business don't particularly interest me. They're your own business.
Yes. Well, now that I've shared with you the repercussions of such a request, I will tell you the nature of my secrets. Many of them have to do with the city. This might not come as a complete surprise to you, but I have recently taken over the black market in the city. I can acquire many things. I can get them out of the city, too. I can get them into the city. That's the tricky part. I can also get you out of the city if you need. Teleportation is hefty, but I have outposts here and there in Montera. If you need to get somewhere fast and you're willing to pay a premium, you can do that at the black market. But I'm not here to sell you on what the black market offers. I am offering you shares in the black market. It would mean making decisions. It would mean buying in, but I know you have the coin to do so. But it would come with its own revenue. But the most important facet of joining is that my board of directors, as I called it, is my personal crew. I am planning something big in the city. I plan on gaining access to the Sixth Ring, and perhaps even to Mazadon's lair itself.
Aiming high, aren't we?
Indeed, we are. So when I offer you a spot on the board, it is indeed to direct the black market, but I'm also hoping that you can help me with the job of a lifetime.
It's tempting. Not for monetary reasons, though that is a plus, but...
Oh, and this may also help. And he stands up, walks over to, he walks over to the gnome and begins to, like, take off his hat and jacket. And, all of a sudden...
Decent!
his appearance changes entirely. And as she turns to you, she says, "Hello, Ophelia. You recognize this fairy as Iki, one of the great fairies from the Autumn Court."
Huh.
And she says, Yes, I am sorry for having deceived you. You know how valuable identities are, being where our home is. I thought perhaps that, as I said, I thought you might choose a different path. But perhaps this helps you trust me just a bit more. And she puts out her hand to shake yours, to meet the real Ecker Reich, that is, being Iki Ordanya.
Wait, so Ecker Wright is a fairy?
Correct. Not a fairy woman.
So, remind me, what is Ophelia's, like, past impressions and relationship with this fairy?
She was a troublemaker, but that's not surprising. She's running the black market here in the city.
Yeah.
And it's not like you were close friends, but she certainly got into trouble back in the city. It's not uncommon for visitors of the city to get swindled by fairies. The Fae folk are rather tricksy in general, but she was usually a part of that crowd that gives the city its reputation.
Has Ophelia really? Does she really know her very well, or do they just kind of know of each other?
Yeah, you definitely don't know her well. You know of her. She probably knows more about you than vice versa, just because of your famous kind of position.
Mm-hmm. So, as her name is Iki, right?
Correct.
So, as Iki reveals herself, Ophelia kind of chuckles a little bit. This is definitely an interesting interaction. I definitely did not expect to see you here, but it makes a lot more sense, all of this, and you knowing who I am and all. Long way from home.
Indeed we are. But I think that there is much to be gained in this city. While their eyes are set on gold, they should be watching their hands. But you know that when you're from a fairy city.
Yes,
well, I don't know if you know that, Lordling. She says mockingly at you, Gillian.
I just kind of scratch my head, a little surprised by seeing the man turn into a fairy.
She's a woman?
Indeed.
Dude looks like a lady. So, I mean, I think it's really interesting that you're here and all, and it's nice to know that there's a familiar face in the city, but again, I see that you're aiming your sights high, but my sights are set high, but in a different direction, and I can definitely see the advantages of being part of this opportunity, but I think for what I'm looking for and what I am investing in, I think it won't be overlapping in the advantageous ways that I would prefer.
She looks you over thoroughly, all three of you. You can see on her face that she's clearly trying to puzzle out what it is you are here for.
Ophelia actually grins at this because she's like so curious she can't help herself.
Gillian, in particular, I want, if you are trying to be discreet about anything, Make a deception check for me.
Gillian or Ophelia?
Gillian.
Well, she already kind of knows what's up with me from the sounds of it, right?
She knows who you are. Yes, and she knows you ran away from home because that's kind of big news in the fairy courts.
Right. But she... Are you asking for, like, why she's wondering why I'm here exactly?
She's trying to figure out, why you guys are here, since Ophelia was vague about it. So if you're trying to be discreet at all, go ahead and make a...
I feel like...
deception check for me.
To be honest, I feel like I'm probably not trying to be deceitful to her, necessarily.
Okay.
I could roll it still if you would like, though.
Nope. She has a very high passive insight.
She's very good at
And
reading people.
As she looks over and reads all of your body language, she says, I heard some of your family was in the city, Gillian.
My eyes widen a little bit as she mentions that. Well, I heard one of my brothers were in the city, not gonna lie. Do you...
Oh, so that's who that was.
Yeah, the family.
Do you... Yeah, we don't have a very great relationship, so...
Makes sense.
Either way, do you know why they're here? Perhaps? Or just that they're here?
Oh, I know why they're here. I know more than that as well. And she begins to stride between you, around you, circling, studying. And she says, interesting armor you have, Fane. Yes. She sniffs the air around you, casts a spell. I would wager you're from the... well, let's say a product of the black market in Avalier. Yes. There was a god in town. Interesting, you showed up, what? 2 weeks after he did? I wonder if that's related, being that he himself is from Avalier. And she keeps walking. And she looks at Ophelia. Ophelia, are you trying to hide anything?
Honestly, Ophelia doesn't care too much.
She looks at you and says, you said your mother had nothing to do with this. Interesting. So you're not on her errand? Although from what I hear, you're not on your own either. What have you gotten yourself into? Well, no matter. Actually, my job does concern this godling, who is in town. He is not one of the major gods of Avalier, and I have been quite curious what his business is in the city.
Who's the godling?
Good. Oh gosh, good question. His name is.
Big Dickicus.
This is a kids channel thing.
Big Bootylicious.
Oh,
Better. That's better.
Sorry, kiddos.
Remember who your audience is, babe.
Yeah. Not what I originally planned to gear this towards, but my nephews watch.
Like, Uncle Brendan, we would like to watch your podcast. Ah, dang it, gotta take out all the jokes. the specific jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the overt jokes. Where is my notes on Fane? Or do you remember your patron's name?
Draga.
Probably. Yes, Drauga. Thank you.
So he's in town? Is that what she's saying?
Drauga's in town, and yes, he is a
Cringe.
minor deity. He's not in the main pantheon of Avalier.
Oh, minor. Okay. Just kidding. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Now-
remember, he claimed to be a bigger deal than he was, even claiming to be a god of creation. And he's not, at least according to the demon you spoke to in the black market before you
Okay.
came to Parador.
Now that I know that Drauga's in town, okay, now it's all like. Then I'll as she's circling me, I'll just.
Wait, did she reveal that Drauga's in town?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's who she was referencing. But now that now that I heard Drauga's name out of her mouth, like you can at least from what she could tell, you can tell that like there's some sort of tension as she says the name. But that's all that I think Fane will give for now. But that's interesting. Drauga's in town, huh? Interesting. What would you like to know about him?
Well, his connections go quite up. Quite high up. Wow. I can speak, guys. His connections go quite high up. I wouldn't expect a god to be so welcome in the city. I wouldn't expect a god to come to the city. And yet, I hear that he's spoken with Mazadon, as has your brother, Gillian.
Interesting.
Do you suppose that there's some kind of a connection between the two? The timing and all?
I don't know. I think so. I think, yes.
It
Yes, I do in fact think that Drauga is in league with your family, Gillian. Gillian, I want you to know that if I thought that this information would get back to your father, then I would have to take drastic measures. However, I am certain that you are a runaway and that you left with bad blood, and so I am assuming that you are on our side in this. And when she says
Yeah.
our side, she gestures to include you two, who she already assumes is
Have nothing to do with
At
the
odds.
family.
yes.
So,
At first,
Iggy-
when I heard that my brother was in the city, I wasn't sure what to do. Actually, that's why I bought the disguise kit at first, was to kind of hide my presence, because I wasn't very sure. Although, that was earlier than when I knew he was here. But it's a bit late for that now. Either way, though, if he's in league with this guy, I can't imagine it's good.
So, Iki, what are your thoughts on Drauga, personally, and from what you've heard?
On Drauga, he seems like a shrewd businessman. Certainly. I think that if I couldn't use him to get what I want, that I might invite him to join. However, I don't think that he's the kind to take kindly to Fey folk. I also don't think that he's the kind who would agree to a partnership. He seems like the kind who likes to be a sole proprietor, shall we say?
You could say he's probably a dragon, or akin to dragons in that way.
Yes, perhaps that is why he is welcome into the city. Perhaps Mazadon sees himself in the man.
All right. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but Icky, if you can assure me.
It's Iki.
Iki?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
Icky.
like, I don't think you're trying to insult her by calling her Icky.
My bad. No. Iki. I gotta say it like Iki, if you can provide more information on Drauga for me in this partnership.
Of course. It's all a part of the gig. And she hands over the paper. Now, when you guys agreed to this, you signed a thick thing of paper.
Oh,
The
no.
paper she hands to you simply says, it's a single page, and it doesn't even take up the whole page. It essentially says, like, I swear that I am a troublemaker. And, would like to join the cause, basically.
Is this a blood contract?
It is, yeah.
So, but this is the paper saying that we want to join her inner circle, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
And-
basically she's saying that if we want any more information, we have to sign.
Correct, yeah. She's already divulged, like, inner circle secrets to you guys in telling you even what her secrets were.
So,
And she is refusing to go any further until you join. So if you join her and become a part of her personal crew, the inner circle.
okay, so is there an arrangement that can be made? Because I don't want to know, and I can assume this on behalf of the party, that we don't care about the secrets of her inner circle and her black market dealings and stuff like that. We just want like objective information about like things in the Godhead, information that she's heard, but nothing that touches anything near her personal secrets that would be considered dangerous to her. Because she's up in the upper rings, and so she hears things about gods and other people in noble families anyways.
Right.
Those are the only things that we're interested in.
Right, but being in this inner circle provides a ton of information.
Yeah.
It
It
does,
would be-
but
it would- it
then
would
we would
be-
be obligated to be a part of the business, which we're not in.
But that's part of business.
Yeah, her intel on your targets is intel on her targets, right? You guys have the same target, basically. She wants to take it a step further and hit Mazadon as well. Maybe. She hasn't said that for sure. She said that they might hit Mazadon if everything goes well, but they're definitely going to be hitting Drauga, and they're going to be hitting what is your brother's name, Gillian?
It started with
is
a G, didn't it? It's like
I have it in my notes. I gotta look.
Eros.
Eros.
Yes.
So those are her targets. And so, yeah, in order for her to give you the inside scoop, you have to be on the inside.
Okay. So, because the problem is that Ophelia doesn't want to have to be in the business and like managing things, because she doesn't want to be tied to this city. She knows that to be able to do what she needs to do, she needs to be able to venture out and often.
Are these concerns you want to bring up with Iki?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's discuss this in character.
Perhaps we could tweak the details of the contract.
Yes. So what is your question exactly then, Ophelia?
So, I'm interested in the information. However, I don't want to be as involved in the management side of the business that you're running. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I don't plan to be in the city often, especially after our 3-job contract deal is up. There's information that I'm seeking, and I need to be able to travel and seek other things out, and I can't
honestly commit to running a business like this, because it wouldn't be fair to sign this and then not be here running it as often as needed. I suspect anyway. I'd imagine it's a pretty
Yes.
hands-on job.
Well, you can certainly be a silent partner if you'd like. I was offering a say, and that is worth much. It is worth a large amount of dividends as well. Shares in this business? Well, she gestures around her and says, shares are what pay for all of this. You could probably make it to the 5th ring. I could as well, but it's best to be discreet. I've already jumped rather quickly to be here.
Well, okay.
If you didn't want to say, you don't have to have one.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think this might be a good deal. And if I'm being a little bit selfish, I'll admit I really want to know what my brother's up to.
The other thing is, you don't have to run things from the city. I'm not here half the time. I usually am back home.
So what exactly would we be doing then if we don't need to be here?
Well, you will need to be here for the job, but outside of that, you just get a say. So when we host a meeting, you will be notified, and you can choose to join, and if you join, you get a say in the decisions that the market makes.
I'll take it.
Fane, Ophelia, I'll be honest with you. We need the money, and it sounds like a good lead for all of our personal quests at this point, to be honest.
True, but this is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Iki, but this is a major commitment. This is a very specific business, and again, secrets are very important. And so there's a lot of risk involved in getting involved in this business, and once you're in, and there's kind of no going back in a way, right?
You are correct, yes. There is a large commitment with joining the Inner Circle. You will know almost all the black market secrets, and that is a liability. But I have faith in you. You will not betray the market. I will also be giving you these. And she gestures, and one of the servants brings up a box that she opens, and inside are these rings. She says, of course, if you are captured, you'll need one of these. It's just to ensure the secrets are kept safe. It is very, very expensive, you understand. These are rings of modifying memory. If you are captured, you simply cast the spell, and you will erase the memories of our organization. And through that, we protect our dealings.
So again, hypothetically, if I do join the Inner Circle, and if eventually down the line I want to focus on a different career path, and if I did want to retire from the Inner Circle, is that a possibility where I could just have that memory of it wiped?
Yes, that is a possibility. We'll have to be quite thorough, though. A basic modifying of the memory can be reverted. Are you... While it is an option, are you sure you want to subject yourself to another's mercy of so thoroughly erasing your mind?
Well, is that the only way that someone can leave the Inner Circle?
That or dying? Yes.
And she looks to the other two and she says, "See," kind of like, this is a really big commitment, but
I guess what I'm saying is that this is a really
Because
big
the rings-
decision, and the information that is offered from this opportunity is valuable to me now, but once I get to a certain point, I theoretically won't need the benefits of this inner circle. Does that make sense? I know.
Ophelia, I will always need you. You don't have to be so cold to me.
Oh my gosh, stop it. But anyway, but you know what I mean. Because, you're very much aware of the
Ophelia,
stickiness of this business.
I'm sorry,
Certainly.
but
Fane, you can join if you want. I don't care. You're a big boy. You can choose for yourself.
well, knowledge is power. I might not even be able to tell you everything, but would she be able to join on our jobs if she doesn't take this?
Well, we're still binded to a contract, so I'll still fulfill those, but after that is another thing.
Yes, those... you could certainly work with her on the more minor jobs. But the things we do, gesturing to those who have the ring, she says, we will be working together more closely. Insider information.
Here, tell you what. If you are okay with it, Iki, I would like to have the night to think on it, and I will give you an answer in the morning.
Certainly.
Okay. Then I look to Gillian and I say, let's respect Ophelia's wishes and hold off on signing for now. But if you and I are in this together, then we'll sign.
Such
All right,
commitment
Fane.
to one another. I like that. I think I'll send you a banquet down there. Yes, enjoy it. And
Oh.
she sends you on your way.
Perfect. I understand
And did we get the stuff for the disguise kit thingies?
they'll procure it later. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, she'll have it sent to you. You will each be given a. So basically, if you join, well, you'll be getting the hat of disguise. Anyway, but the which it doesn't have to be a hat if you need it to be another piece of clothing. It certainly
Helmet
can
of
be.
Helmet of disguise.
Helmet of dread, but also disguise.
Helmet of drip and disguise.
Yeah, that can be arranged. Basically, it would just be a matter of reupholstering your helmet with a hat of disguise.
Basically. But okay.
Okay. So if you join, you not only get the disguise thing, but you also get the rings that is able to blank your memory. It is a cursed ring, so that the modify memory couldn't be undone until the curse is removed. So it's kind of a multi-step process that makes it a more thorough erasure of the inner circle and the black market than your typical modify memory. But you would also get other things that are useful for heists as well, which she has not disclosed, but you can imagine the kinds of tools that a very wealthy party with access to magic items might utilize. Yeah, it's some good stuff.
Quick question, Brendan.
Yes.
In terms of black market involvement, is Iki involved in slave trade and dealing in human trafficking stuff?
Ooh.
You haven't been to the black market, So you don't know for sure. Well, that was absolutely a thing in Avalier's demonic black market.
But that's demonic black market. So it's a
You
little
are
different,
not
right?
sure that is the case here.
Okay.
One of the major differences, though, I will say, is it's not likely that they would deal in that. The thing is, in Avalier, slave trade is absolutely illegal. But in Carador, it is not. It is absolutely a lawful way to pay off debts is with servitude. And so slaves and servants are absolutely a thing in Carador, so you wouldn't need to go to the black market for it.
Okay, but the intention behind it is different. It's a way to pay off like a loan or something, not so much like you've lost your humanity and now you are,
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
They would usually, so basically they're mostly poor people in Carador.
Yeah.
The thing is that the other area in history, the other area in history where you see slave trade is as parts of spoils of war, but Carador has never gone to war, so there aren't any of those kinds.
Yeah, no one wants to fight the dragons.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to fight with each other, really, but
So is it possible that I can retcon and have asked Iki this while we were in that conversation, before we leave? Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. In fact, she will quite openly point out that that's not really how the game is played, and that she much prefers that people agree to their service. Even if it's not the whole truth. She doesn't really force people to do things.
Okay. Ophelia nods and says, well, that definitely helps, because if you had said yes, I'll be honest, it would have been an immediate no. Because I'm satisfied with that answer, so I will continue to go with my answer, but I will consider it throughout tonight, and I will still give you that answer tomorrow. So
okay.
Now we can go back if that's what we were doing.
Yep.
Would that have taken the whole day, or would we still have time to do stuff?
You still have time to do stuff, and the banquet she sent is straight up a hero's feast that you can spend at a time of your choosing.
Yeah,
perfect.
Well, she's looking forward to that when we get back home.
Okay. Hero's feast, huh? Okay. We might want to use that on one of our heists. But anyway, I would like to, if it's possible, I would like, while Ophelia is going over it, I ask Gillian, there's a few magic items that I need to go buy.
Yeah.
Any of you, or more specifically you, Gillian, would you like to come shopping?
Oh. I guess I don't really know what I'd be looking for, but sure.
While I was under, now that the cat's out of the bag, per se, while I was under service with Drauga, I've worked with a few mages. I might be able to help you.
Well, alright then. Sounds like a plan.
Most magic items in Carador are purchased from the black market, not because trade of them is illegal, but because most of them are claimed by Mazadon himself.
Oh, fair enough.
And so without the black market, there wouldn't be an excess in magic items. So while you can find a magic item here or there, and you find a lot more of it in the upper city, if you want a broader array of magic items, the black market is the place to go.
Perfect. Well, either way, I mean, since Gillian and I are down to go to the black market anyway, or since we're down for that anyway, we may as well just go. So check it out. Unless Ophelia, did you want to come with?
No, you guys can go ahead. I might peruse some different stores.
All right.
But I'll meet you guys back near the gate. in, let's say, maybe an hour or two.
I look over to Ophelia and I say, wait. Just so you know, first and foremost, I'm your bodyguard, first and foremost. So if you don't sign this, then I won't sign it either. But please consider it. This is a huge step for at least me. And
I understand that. And she puts her hand on your forearm and says, I understand what this could be for you, Fane, and trust me, I will consider it. It's just a big decision, is all. But I will definitely take everything into consideration, and I will try to make the decision that will best benefit all of us and our goals. All right? But for right now, you don't worry about that. I'll figure it out. You guys go have fun.
all right, Gillian.
There we go.
Yeah. If we're going to the black market, I would like my gauntlets of ogre power, please. I've been wanting that item, so if it's
Are you
possible
sure?
for me to get it.
You don't want a belt
Giant?
of strength? Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, yeah, I did think about it. A belt of giant strength would be the optimal way to go, but I wasn't sure if you're gonna give that. The hill giant specifically would be what I would want.
Yeah, what rarity is that?
It would be rarity.
Yeah, you can technically afford that if you wanted to do it.
How much is it?
4,000.
4,000 gold.
Wow. And some change, but yeah.
Okay. 4,000 gold. Do I still need to pay off that debt, or how much of that debt do I need to pay off to Drauga right now? Was it around 10,000?
Less than.
Less than 10,000. Okay, it's 4,000. Man, I'm having to do a lot more math than I think I am. But yeah.
Wait, do you owe money to Drauga?
Oh yeah,
Or
that's how he revived me. But
Oh, yeah.
you know what?
Or not Drauga, to your patron.
What was his name? It was I have it here. It's
I was gonna say, I thought he was the other
Zebras.
Yeah.
Zebras.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm just trying to manage funds here. 4,000 gold. Really quick, how much is a short, or how much is a what is this one? Oh, it's a scimitar. How much is a short sword of wounding?
A short sword of wounding?
Mm-hmm.
That is a great question. Let's take a look. Sword of wounding.
It is rare.
It is rare. Given what it is. It would cost again a little over 4,000. So the gauntlets will cost 4,050. This sword would cost 4,150.
Okay. And then the gauntlets are what, 500 gold?
The gauntlets would be more like 500 gold.
Okay.
450 gold.
Okay. So 8,000 would be left with. Sorry, I'm doing some quick maths. But if Sam, if you want to do anything, don't let me stop you. If you have any magic items that you want to go grab right now.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what would be good magic items for me. I'll honestly, I think I'm just gonna wait on it. We could go another time.
Here, Sam. Consider this. Think about the things that we're going to be doing in our jobs, because there might be some magic items that might help you with that, or things to help you with your magic or spell casting. There could even be helpful like magic items to help you to do things you normally couldn't do, like so that way you don't waste a spell slot.
Right.
Like boots of spider climb.
Boots of spider climb.
I will say that you will be given a suite of magic items if you join the crew as like standard gear that they're going to be using in the heist.
Okay.
So if you want to, you can wait to see what we get from the people.
Yeah, you can totally
Actually,
wait.
speaking of that,
Mhm.
one thing that you might not have considered is if everybody wants to join except Ophelia,
Okay.
what you guys could do as players, zooming out a little bit from the in-game consequences, you could actually have your crew join, and whenever you go out on a job, Ophelia won't be there, but you can play as Iki. So you can character swap if you wanna play as her during heists.
Oh, that'd be
So
interesting.
if you didn't want to join because you were like, this is not for Ophelia, but everyone else can, then that would be an option to pull that off without like splitting the party or having you just like sit out a session or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that would definitely. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I just have to.
You have to make your decision.
Yeah. Well, there's something
Right.
that she wants to do before she makes the decision, so. But we'll do that. I'll go into that when you guys are done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam, you can also consider looking into staffs or wands as well. Necklaces and rings are also big for you as well. So what you can do is you can look up in your inventory. If you just press like manage inventory on D&D Beyond, you can look up items that way, and that'll help you to make your decision easier.
The other thing that you might consider is spelled weapons is very potent.
Yeah.
I will be adjusting the price based on the spell that's in it. There's technically a flat rate on those in the Dungeon Master's Guide, but they are incredibly broken. They do not take into account the amount of charges that should go into those items for sure.
And Sam, if you're a little bit overwhelmed with like the options, you can always talk to Brendan about possible items or possible options after the session.
Yeah.
So you don't feel pressure to make something or to buy something now. Because there's a lot of options, so.
There is.
No, there's pressure. This deal will
Do it
pass
now!
in 20 minutes.
Okay, I've made my decision though. I'm going to get Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and then I'll get the Short Sword of Wisdom.
So it's off to the black market then?
Yeah, for sure.
So you actually have to ask where the black market is, because you haven't been to it before in this city. However, you do have contacts that are obviously associated with the black market. So reaching out to Vita, she is a little annoyed at you with your like blunt request. But she's like, well, I guess it's par for the course. You can also tell that it rubs that you're being offered a spot in the inner circle. Vita is not in on that stuff.
And it bothers her.
Yes. She is like an emissary to the lower districts. She is not inner circle material.
What a shame. Oh well. I don't.
Poor sassy lady.
Does she show? Oh, sorry. I'm guessing you.
Yeah, she takes you to a spot, and it's an alleyway, and you notice that there are some mushrooms growing in this alleyway in like the shadows, and in fact you can tell that where this area is, like the city is usually too bright during the day. some people even opt to go out at night just because the Golden City is just awful on the eyes in the day.
My eyes.
Yeah.
Sunglasses
fantasy
were
sunglasses? Yeah.
invented in Corridor.
That very purpose.
Shades were needed.
Everybody, there's like, have you guys seen those like Inuit like sunglasses made out of bone with just like the slits cut out?
Yeah, exactly.
People have those because of the freaking glare of the gold.
But this part where she takes you in the 3rd district, sun never seems to hit this. Like, the buildings are just right, and in fact, the buildings that cast those shadows on this alleyway are owned by Eckerreich. And there's these, like I said, these little mushrooms growing between the cobblestones. And they're hidden amongst the decor and like boxes and things. But as you get closer, you realize that this is a fairy circle. And as you enter, there is this dimensional space that you enter that you might even call the Fey Realm. And as you descend into it, there is a hustle and bustle of merchants and tradesmen, and people appear in these alleyways in this area all over the place. Clearly, this black market actually connects to all of the different districts. Theoretically, you could even slip between the different districts through these entry points into the black market dimension. As you go about looking for your items, there are various vendors. In fact, you find multiple vendors that are selling the gauntlets of ogre strength. Usually the vendors are marketing to working class folk, who it's like, is your back killing you? What you need is a pair of gauntlets of ogre strength. There are plenty of people hawking these dresses that change at a whim, and they some of them even rotate on just like a timer basis. So you have like this dress that's constantly shifting to really wow other people at balls and whatnot.
Fancy.
They seem to charge a premium for those. But you also find leather workers and other folk. You also see that some of these vendors keep to themselves more, hooded, not in front. Well, many of these things are just simple goods that they couldn't, sell overtly without paying a premium within the city, or they couldn't reach the upper customer base, or again, the magic items would have been confiscated as payment, as tariffs on imports, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So while many of these vendors are essentially reputable, just driven to the underground by the circumstances of the city, it certainly has less reputable vendors as well. You can see as actually even some of them, they gather and they look like tough customers, and you can see that they're selling things like poisons and daggers, and some of them even look like areas where you can hire muscle if you need in the city. And a prominent fixture of the black market is people selling rings for upper city, like upper districts. So if you need to get into the upper district, you can pay a premium for basically a disguise as a nobleman. But you purchase your gloves from someone named Brynja, or gloves. I'm sorry, your belt. You're buying the belt.
Gloves.
Okay, so you are
Or gauntlet, sorry.
Of ogre power.
Of ogre power. Now, these are like cars. If you drive it off the lot, it'll immediately depreciate.
Perfect.
Just as long as you know that. So, she is happy to sell you gloves, belt. She says, ideal in strength. If you need a backbone, if you need muscle, I'm the one to go to.
Excellent. Do you have gauntlets of ogre power then?
Certainly. Although we've got much finer than this. And she pulls out a belt. She says, belt of hell giant strength. Belt of frost giant strength. I've even got a belt of storm giant strength. Of course, that one's hard to procure.
Yeah.
Maybe stone suits you nicely. She slaps another one up there.
Tempting offer indeed, but I know what I'm looking for. Can I please get the gauntlets of ogre power?
Sure. If you're not man enough for the belts, that's fine. She slaps him back.
My heart! No, just kidding.
She grabs the gloves and she hands them to you and she says, "Isn't that all you're looking for?"
She only deals in these types of strength-based belts and stuff, right?
Strength and constitution.
Oh, okay. In terms of attunement, yeah, I think I say, that's all for me. Gillian, you want anything?
Oh, there's too many things to pick from. I think I'll wait for today.
She takes a look at your arms and says, "Now you could use a belt for certain."
You know what? I think I'm inclined to agree. Come on,
I'm not entirely
get
sure
a belt.
what you. I don't think a belt would be very useful for me. I would like to rely on more of my magic. You know.
Right. And I just kind of nudge you a little bit. All right, let's get going then.
Alrighty.
Sorry, lady. Next time.
No troubles. Just when you find yourself needing more juice, this is the place to go.
If you want to get muscular, come to my stand. If you want to be totally jacked, come get a belt. I have like 20 of them. Please, I give you coupon.
Yeah, and as you're walking out, you can see like she's got syringes of a different kind of potion. Of strength.
Magical
baby.
Magical pre-workout.
Dang, she's got the hill
giant roids.
The hill giant roids.
She does. Yeah, she has hill giant roids, frost giant roids.
Let's
She
go.
actually does have protein and pre-workout and stuff like that. That she also sells.
Why didn't you say anything? What the frick? I run back right there. No, I'm
She's
just
got
kidding.
wyvern whey protein.
Yeah, it's 20
of
gold, and if you do so, then it's if you utilize that, it'll reduce time off of the training required to get
Bulky. Strong. You will
We
not
gotta
have
build
to
a
take
gym
as long
inside our
to get
bastion now.
strong.
Wow. He was explaining how hard this pre-workout / protein powder goes that he froze up.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
You will become so strong.
You will become so
Uh,
strong. Oh, there you go.
And he's back.
so so if you don't already have training in athletics, then you can use the protein to give yourself a leg up on that.
shoot, that's actually kind of tempting. But I think
Paul is a gym boy outside of D&D, so
that is true.
so he's like, ooh, D&D protein.
D&D protein. This came from wyvern's milk. Anyway, I will pass up on that because this only sets me to 19, but which is okay. I'm wondering.
Do you already have proficiency in athletics?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, then it's not really useful to you.
Yeah. I was wondering. So what? I was looking for the sword of wounding, though. Yeah, that's kind of. And
yeah,
the cost
that is
of
one.
And the cost of gauntlet. The gauntlets is how much?
She's charging you 4,050. I'm sorry, 450. 450.
Okay.
The hill giant strength was 4,050.
Perfect. Oh, whoops.
Actually, I'll say, I'm sorry, the frost giant strength was 4,050. Hill giant would be 3,000.
Oh, 3,000? Okay. That's good to know. Okay, remove that. And then I'll add that to my inventory really quick. Okay, perfect.
Cool. And finally, the sword you purchased from one of those less reputable sellers.
We'd love to see it.
You see like a group of them. They're all like hooded, and one of them's like toying with a dagger, and there's poisons all over the wall.
Yeah, baby.
And he says, as you walk up, without looking up, "How can I help you?"
I'm looking for a short sword of wounding.
Oh, right this way. That's a rather specific request, but we have it. Around here we call them Sword of Bleeding.
Excellent.
Yeah, here. This one's nice. And it has the face of a crying woman that is molded into the crossguard of the hilt.
Okay.
And it has this deep it has this deep fuller to the blade that clearly is magically designed to drink in a person's blood.
Banger.
Which, by the way, this is a non-D&D related tangent, but typically the idea that you see float around online sometimes is that the fuller of the blade is to let.
Oh,
You cut out, Brandon.
yeah, you're freezing up.
He's frozen.
We'll have to wait a moment.
Oh god.
I thought at first when you guys saw the seller, it was gonna be like you wanna buy a sundial?
You want? Okay, you're ready to go on your tangent again.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say that the fuller of the blade, oftentimes people will say like that it's so that blood can go through the blade. That makes zero sense. It's to the design of the sword that gives it like weight distribution and flexibility and stiffness. It's an engineering benefit, but
Indeed.
this sword on the other hand seems like it actually drinks it in magically.
Let's go.
Does it talk too?
No, but when you're holding it, you can hear crying occasionally. It's like quiet and in the distance, and you can almost imagine that you heard it.
Yeah, don't whip
it's
that thing out in a dark alley in the middle of the night, or like in a scary old house in the dark.
Yeah, seriously. I hold the blade. I feel it. I stand. I get a little bit of distance from everybody just to like do a couple of flourishes and swings, and then I look over to Gillian and I like hold out the sword and I say, "What do you think?"
It
seller...
is a sword.
Sorry, go ahead.
It looks like that's about it.
No.
Oh, we didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said it sure looks like a sword.
Very swordy.
A fine blade.
Very swordy.
The seller says part of the charge is removing the curse from it. If you're willing to bear the curse, then we can give you a discount on it.
What's the curse?
Well, part of the curse on the weapon is that it causes fear to intensify. You would get disadvantage on checks against being frightened. And if you keep the disadvantage on checks against being frightened, then they'll knock 700 gold off the price.
Yeah, no. We're gonna pay that in full.
Okay.
I say I respectfully decline. I would actually prefer not to have that.
Curse. Yeah, we assumed. That'll be 4,150 then.
All right. That. Okay. Yeah, that works. And I pay the gold and I say, "Thank you. Beautiful blade, by the way."
Thank you.
All right.
Any chance you can pay it in silvers?
No, unfortunately not.
A shame. Well, it was worth a try. Hey. Just a little warning with that sword. Just be careful who you use it against. It remembers who it kills. And I'd hate to find one of my own's blood within it. Alright?
I take a look at him. What does he look like?
He's rather hooded. However, his eyes have this faint glow to them. Go ahead and make a history check for me.
16.
You're fairly certain this is one of the Fey folk. You're not sure from which realm, but you would guess that it's either autumn or summer. Since the other two are a little bit more distinct.
Well, it depends on who gets in my way, but I'll try not to.
Right.
Okay.
He takes the gold from you, and then once he has it in hand, he noticeably relaxes and sends you on your way.
All right. You can see, Gillian. You can clearly see Fane just like looking at the blade, looking at the craftsmanship of it.
It's like a kid on Christmas. It's like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah.
And as you hear.
Oh, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Do not be sad. Do not be depressed. Be happy.
I look over. I look over to Gillian and I say, "Why are you crying?"
I thought you were crying under your helmet.
I don't cry. Oh.
No, only Fane can hear the crying.
Must be the sad lady.
Well, are we all done in the black market?
Unless, actually, no. Maybe there's one thing I want to get, I could do it for another time. Actually,
Well, you can always come back.
Yeah, I can always come back. But
It's not like we're not staying in the city.
It's true. There's just so many goodies I want to get. But anyway.
Remember, you still need to have some monies.
Reckless spending.
Indeed. All right. So then you are in the situation where we only have a few minutes left. Do you think that you can have a discussion and make a decision on the black market offer?
So I wanted to consult my mother, actually, and talk to her about it.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Cool. You are able to contact your mother via dreams. When the moon is out. Would you like to do so that night then?
Yes.
As you dream your way to your mother's domain, she seems surprised to see you as she says, "Ophelia, it's been some time since you visited me."
Hi, Mom. Sorry, I know it has been a while, and I'm sorry about that. I really ought to be better about keeping in contact, but I'm just, there's just a lot going on. You know how it goes.
More difficult away from home than you thought?
Well, in some ways it's, not too terribly different, but it's always more complicated than you think it's going to be. But anyway, I wanted to ask for your advice on something.
Of course. Yeah, this way. We'll have some tea. Put as much sugar as you'd like in it, and no calories in a dream.
You're not wrong about that. And she puts a generous amount of honey in her tea.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
So, Selena is just like, she's on like the 14th scoop of sugar.
So she kind of blows on her tea a little bit, kind of trying to, as she's doing it, kind of pondering on how she's gonna go about asking for this advice. And then she takes a sip and says, "So, I'm in corridor with Fane and a newer party member named Gillian, and we have recently taken up kind of a temporary string of jobs with a new employer, and this employer has been beneficial to work with. However, after our first job with this employer, we were given an offer to become more involved in kind of a side business sort of thing that they're running. However, it's kind of a sketchy side business. Would it be okay if I said that it was the black market, but I'm not like giving any details? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically they're involved in the black market in Corridor, and fortunately it's not as bad as other black markets in other cities. There's no human trafficking or slave trade or anything like that, so it's a little different. It's mostly just magic items because, you know, dragons are greedy and all. But with me, you know, trying to figure out what's going on in the Godhead and all, I, you know, obviously need information, and my employer happens to know a lot of things and kind of has ears all over the place, and it would be really beneficial for not just my own goals and such, but also the goals of my companions. But I also understand that it's a really risky decision to make because, you know, it's like once you sign on to these kinds of things, you can't just walk away from them when you're done. So I don't know. I was just curious what you thought, because I said I would give a final decision by tomorrow.
Ah, yes. Cold feet about a contract. Well, I must say I'm terribly surprised. Last I heard you were in Avalier. Getting involved in the black market certainly sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I definitely did not see it myself going this direction. I normally don't get involved in the affairs of those kinds of things, and especially, you know, I don't tend to like to be around cities. But with all the things that I've seen in my visions lately, I kind of brought me to some weird places. So yeah, and then also traveling with companions also throws more into the mix than I'm usually used to. I mean, I usually just, you know, it's usually just me traveling alone, and so I don't really have to consider other people's goals. But yeah, definitely, it's never boring though. I'll say that. It's a good time.
Yes, certainly more strings attached that way.
Yes. Because normally I would say no, but my friends, they have a lot going for them if they do sign this contract, and I don't want to take this opportunity away from them because, the things that they're pursuing are also important to them, and Fane at least said that he won't sign the contract if I don't, and I appreciate the sentiment, but I genuinely want him to be able to do what he wants to do. I know with everything that happened to him with Drauga, this could be a chance for him, and Drauga's in the city right now.
I see. So it involves that.
Yes, partially.
Well, Ophelia, I have to be honest, I would give you the advice that you should stay out of trouble and stay away from Drauga.
I know, but Mom, with the direction I'm going anyway, with where the visions have been showing me and what the feelings that I've been getting about kind of the everything feeling off with the Godhead, I feel like I can't avoid these things. I know that you've always given really solid advice about, not getting into trouble, but let's be honest, Mom. I mean, if I'm getting involved with this stuff, I don't think I can avoid trouble, and Drauga is part of the Godhead, so in some ways he's gonna get entangled in all of this too. So
She waits for a moment and says, Ophelia, as much as I always have tried to pull you into my orbit, you stand firmly in the sky as your own celestial body. Well, our moons cycle differently. What I'm saying is, I have certainly tried to convince you to take a safer route, stay closer to me. But you seem set on walking this path.
You know,
My
I
advice...
can't stand by and do nothing. I mean, I get these visions for a reason, and I don't know if anyone else knows what's going on or even has the impression that there is danger on the horizon, and I can't... Trust me, Mom, I know that this isn't the smartest choice, and the path that I'm taking is not by any means going to, keep me from getting hurt. But I can't in good conscience know that something bad is going to happen and not do anything about it, but yeah.
Just know that if you die, I die with you.
Oh, Mom, don't say that kind of stuff.
No. I decided that a long time ago. We of the Greater Fae, well, we do not partake in mortality as many creatures do in this world. And if you make your way, I shall make that journey as well. Besides, it'd be nice to see your father again.
Yeah, what is it?
In any
what
case,
has it been, like 100 years or something?
It has, yes. 100 years next month.
Been that long already?
Yes.
Well,
I've tried to keep you from danger, but my advice is this. If you have chosen this path, don't shy from it. You can't get anywhere walking the divide. You'll only run into obstacles that way. The path is going to be the smoothest road, even if I don't like where it leads. Be safe as best you can.
Try.
But if this is how you get at Drauga, and again, I would implore you one last time to simply walk a different path. But if that is not an option, you seem already set, and I know we've had this argument before, but if you're set on Drauga, then go. Then I can't stop you. And it would be silly for you to do things in half measures. But one more thing. A request, really. I was informed by the guild that I am your patron. Yours and your friends.
Yeah. Forgot to
yes.
mention that we joined the Adventurers Guild. So, we joined the Adventurers Guild, so...
Well, I certainly would endorse you. It'd be nice if you gave me a heads up next time.
Sorry, it was kind of it was when we first got into the city, and we kind of had to figure out a situation, and the guild offered a good opportunity, and we kind of had to make a decision, and I didn't realize that we had to have some kind of, representative when we signed up. Otherwise, I would have let you know, but it was definitely I was a little blindsided by it all, but so sorry about that. But thanks for being understanding though, Mom. I appreciate that. You've always been pretty flexible for the most part, and it means a lot. I know I'm kind of a wild child, and I make you nervous, so.
Certainly. I will say that I am happy to endorse you, and, well, I don't know anything about your other companion. I'm sure that I can trust him a certain amount, just him being a friend of yours. I've always been dubious of that Fane fellow, but,
He's super edgy and isn't much for small talk, but he's a good guy. He's just very, very determined. He's very set on his goals, but he's a good guy. I wouldn't worry about him.
I know. I've heard it all before. I won't revoke my endorsement. I will, in fact, endorse you. Just as I said.
Opinions.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Oh, also, Mom, have you by chance heard anything about what's that sun god's name again?
Drago.
No, the sun god that I dated, the minor one.
Yeah. Hold on.
My ex.
Yes. Okay, actually, that was an older draft. He would just be Greater Fey in this. Oh, wait, no. That was...
Ran into him in the last city.
Yeah, you're right. That is...
John.
I completely forgot about him.
John the Great Fae.
Kevin.
Kevin.
That means it's in this note stack somewhere.
If you want to, you can just make up a name for him and write it down, and we'll just have that be his new name.
His name is
Damascus.
Oh, his name is Brob. Brob? That doesn't look right.
Rob.
Brob.
Womp womp.
L boyfriend name.
Womp.
Rob.
I am right. His name is Brob.
Rob.
That's his name?
That's genuinely his name. I don't know why it's...
Well, maybe we should redo that, because that's not very intimidating. It's my ex, Rob.
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 Okay, yeah, let's
Cool.
rename him.
Should I look up a Fey name for you?
No, actually, I'm wrong as well. He is, in fact, a minor god. So, that actually checks out. Because he's a part of why you dislike gods.
Yeah, he's a freaking jerk. So,
Okay.
do we know what his name is?
Yes.
Ophelia
he
knows
is-
his real name is Brom, but he calls himself a different name. She's like, well, I know what your real name is.
That is so funny, though. It's not even
He's
Bob, it's Brob.
And he's like super insecure about it.
Yeah, maybe his name is Brabellion, and people call him Brob, and he doesn't like it.
He's like, don't call me that, it's not my name. So Ophelia, she says, so, Mom, have you heard anything about good
Brabellion.
old Rob?
Rebellion.
Brob. No, I haven't. Do you make it a habit of keeping tabs on your exes?
Well, I'd rather not run into them like I did in the last city. It was quite
Yes.
unpleasant. I hate
I hadn't
that
heard
guy.
about that. That would be quite uncomfortable.
He always
but-
makes it a habit. Anytime I come across him, he always makes a habit of trying to get under my skin, and I hate him.
Yeah, well,
Why did you let me date him?
I will remind you that I told you not to.
Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah, no, that was...
Nothing good can ever come of dating a god. Well, almost nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mom. Yeah, no, definitely he can make out with his own mirror for all I care. That's the only person that can put up with him. He's so insufferable.
Gross. Shall we end tonight's session with that?
Sure.
Since we're quite a bit over time.
Good moment. Rob.
Mm.
That's gonna be a good little joke. We'll just see him pop up every now and
What's up,
again.
Rob?
That's hilarious.
I can imagine him being like. I can imagine him being kind of like the Prince Charming from Shrek.
Yeah. Not now, Kid Whiskers.
Daddy's talking. Daddy will discuss it later.
Yeah, wild stuff. Anyway, great session.
Thank you so much for joining us for Toss the Dice. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time.